A few days ago, my younger brother wanted to go to Pittsburgh because he is a huge fan of Mr. Rogers, the Ohio River, and deindustrialized Rust Belt cities. So my parents decided we would take a family trip. I immediately jumped for joy as my life is very boring, and I knew Pittsburgh would make it exciting. As a professional technologist, I also had a new invention that was breakthrough to test out. Lots of good, honest, hardworking companies out there like Meet, Peon AI, and Pleep have developed or are developing wearable technologies that are supposed to help the consumer, but also take photos of their entire lives to be uploaded to mostly secure servers for AI or artificial intelligence training purposes. This means that there are lots of innocent bystanders who are being photographed without their consent. Does this infringe on their privacy? I didn't know, so I decided to find out for myself. I've been working on a little project I like to call the Stay Away 2000. That stands for Surveillance Technology Attacks You and Will Always Attack You 2000. It's basically a crown that goes on your head and has a camera that takes a photo of every single second of your life. It's a lot of data, but AI companies are starting to run out, and I figured the least I could do was help. The core of this technology is a little device I like to call the ESP32S3 Sense. It has a camera and a little microSD card that it saves the images to. I designed an ergonomic crown with 6 of my faces on it to distract passerby from realizing that I was secretly photographing every single thing they did. And we went to Pittsburgh. We arrived on July 5th, which unintentionally was the last day of Anthrocon, the world's largest furry convention, attracting over 20,000 furries to Pittsburgh every single year. Furries, if you don't know, are people who dress themselves up in costumes to make themselves look like wolves, bears, fish, kangaroos, almost any creature you can think of. Pittsburgh was a blast. We saw buildings, bridges, the Andy Warhol Museum, a Mr. Rogers statue, Carnegie Mellon University, and lots of furries. Now that I had amassed a massive AI training dataset of 55,301 photos, all I had to do was get an AI company to buy it. Hello, is this ChatGPT speaking?
Hi there. Yes, this is ChatGPT. How can I help you today?
So
That's an interesting idea, David.
what you're saying is no.
Not exactly no. I'm saying I'm just not in a position to make offers or purchases.
So if you're not saying no and you're not saying yes, then what is the point of saying anything at all?
You're welcome, David. If you ever need more guidance or just someone to bounce ideas off of, feel free to reach out. Take care and best of luck with your project.
Unfortunately, no AI companies were interested in buying my gargantuan AI training dataset of 55,301 photos, so I decided to train my own AI model. The Generative Adversarial Network is an outdated AI image generation architecture from 2014 and is so outdated it still remembers when gas only cost 6-7 cents a gallon. I tried running the training model on my MacBook, but it ended up looking like mush. So I used an NVIDIA GeForce RTX 4090, a graphics processing unit that typically costs between $2,000 and $3,000, or can be rented online for about 70 cents an hour. I trained the model at 256 pixels by 256 pixels, and after only about $5 of discretionary spending, the results were in. The GAN had taken every single second of my life for 3 days and turned it into a dream. People fade into buildings while the sky melts into the ground. Trees meander across the pixels, growing bridges from their trunks, and shadowy figures lurk in the distance. Occasionally, for only a frame or two at a time, reality is depicted accurately. Then, something shifts, and it's a dream once more.